Catherine, what exactly did the court rule today?
Hi there, Delano. The Constitutional Council here in France has basically approved Emmanuel Macron's government's plans for its health pass. So that means as of this Monday, August the 9th, everyone wanting to go to a restaurant, inside or outside on the terrace, on a long-distance train or on a plane, will now have to show a health pass. So that is proof of a completed vaccination cycle or a negative COVID test of less than 48 hours or proof that you've recovered from coronavirus. They have, though, however, struck down a couple of measures that were also included in this global new health law here in France. So, for example, the government had wanted to make it compulsory for anyone who tests positive for COVID to be isolated for 10 days, only allowed outside for 2 hours between 10 and 12 a.m. The Constitutional Council says that is not proportionate. There are also a few other measures that they've taken down, notably that vaccination is now compulsory for all carers and healthcare workers. That is part of the law, but what they can't do is that they can suspend a full-time contract, but they can't end a part-time contract. The Constitutional Council ruled that that was not constitutional indeed. So perhaps some nuances there, but overall it has gone through. And summing up in their ruling today, the Constitutional Council said that, this did infringe on some people's individual liberties, but that under the French Constitution, the government also had an obligation to protect the health of the French population.
Catherine, this health pass issue has divided many in France in recent weeks, and it's resulted in large-scale demonstrations. We've seen that for 3 weekends in a row. People have been taken to the streets across many cities in France. Will this decision help ease divisions, you think?
Well, judging on what the people behind me are saying, it doesn't seem that way. There's only a small group of people here demonstrating in Paris, around 100 or so, but they're extremely angry and they say they're going to carry on protesting. So we'll have to wait and see what happens in the days and weeks to come. Now, these demonstrations have been taking place on Saturday for the past few weeks, and the latest one on the 31st of July gathered more than 200,000 people in protest across France. So there is anger here, and it's something the government is going to have to deal with. But we've got to keep it in proportion, because at the same day, when there were more than 200,000 people demonstrating, more than 500,000 people went to get vaccinated. So there is real anger here. People talking about their rights being infringed, about the government acting in a dictatorial way, an authoritarian way. But there are also 60% of the French population in the latest opinion poll which supports this drive by the French government to get people vaccinated and to stop those who aren't vaccinated or don't have a negative COVID test from accessing public places.